Whee.
Nobody saw that? It's kind of funny. They just kind of ignore that kind of stuff. So, I still need to... Okay. I still need to kind of look around and get a feel for everybody around here. Because we're still missing, like, a handful of people. What does this say? War munition volunteers. Britons working together. Skilled workers in engineering and kindred trades. Enroll today as war munition volunteers. Cool. Okay. Definitely during the war, as we already knew. I got a handful of people I have not met here, and I really ought to look around for them. I've already met Dice. Wasn't he just down over there? Whoa, how did he get up over there? Creepy. Creepy. Maybe he's a vampire too. I haven't met this guy.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
All right, Seymour Fishburne. You got a cold. I think you could use some help.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah, I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
Okay, yeah, you're a sad pup. I get it.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reid? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
Oh crap, he's on to me. Okay, he's recovering. That's good. Let's kind of figure out who this guy is.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Well, thanks.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Man, this guy is just a giant downer.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Ah, someone's...
What's your occupation?
Been a tattletale.
That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
Well, maybe you should treat her so good, huh?
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
You have a low amount of self-respect, I could see that.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Well, maybe I can help with that. Okay, I ain't got nothing here.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
You know, about that, he tried. He tried to help, but it just didn't work out.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
I mean, he basically told me where the dude is at, where I need to look. It's just, you know, kind of curious here. So I don't know this person either. Wait, there's two people. There's one there and one here. Okay, hello there.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
Meanwhile,
No.
he's staring into the eyes of a madman.
People prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Kingsbury, huh? Okay. He's got anemia. Hey, look, I got treatment for that. Actually, let's see it first.
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
Well, here.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, get them all healthy. So that way when I crack and decide to bite all of them, they're all good XP.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Okay, why?
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
You look like a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Okay.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Ah, okay.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
There's communists? Personal questions?
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
Okay, I gotta be careful with this one. It's tragic. We're all alone. You should be careful. Obviously, you should be careful. And obviously it is tragic.
We're all truly alone in this world. You're lucky you learnt that early.
I've
Damn.
known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Cool. So now I get to go talk to her. Stella is like a mother to Rufus. Cool. Look at us. Look at us just getting all of this information. I gotta see if she has anything. We already have 3 people recovering in this place. If I can get maybe everybody recovering, then this would pop up to healthy, which would be great. Personal questions. Nope. Okay. I bet you I will
Rufus.
get something
Be careful. Take care.
from this woman, which I could talk to him with. Hello?
Good evening, madam.
Housekeeping.
I'm Dr. Reid. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
Let me in.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
See, you gotta remember, I'm a vampire.
Last time.
I have to pause it for this so I'm not getting interrupted. In this world, they seem to go with the old school vampire rules, which means I can't enter her house unless she invites me in.
I had a good sleep.
Awesome. It was a really clever little thing there. It's probably something that I wouldn't have noticed if I just like walked into her house and she was home and all that. I'd be like, yeah, it wouldn't be until like 3 or 4 days later, I'm thinking about the game. I'd be like, wait a second, you know, I shouldn't have been allowed in.
So you have questions about the flu then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Technically not your son, and I'm curious about that.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
I see.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
I mean, I suppose. Does she have any illnesses? No, she's healthy. Cool.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
What if I destroy both of the gangs?
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
Okay. Very dark.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum in exchange for food.
Okay.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Oof.
How do you pay the rent then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Okay, then. Back. Personal questions. Nothing. Okay, cool.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
See, here's the way I see this game now. Now that I've kind of gotten to this point where I'm looking at all this stuff, is if you look at, you know, I've met what 3 characters just now in this short little span of you know, after having gone up and tried to do some crafting, and I only have, you know, what 6 more people left. So if I can get a conversation with all of them, learn all of their hints, as in like everything I've just done with these 3 people, then the situation we come into is we know everybody in this area, and if I ever have questions to come and ask them, I could just ask them. I'm not having to go through like a ton of dialogue. So I'm more prone at this point. That is really pretty. I've managed to do that light in the window. I'm more prone at the moment to push through and try to meet a ton of people and have conversations with them at the moment, because I know that the likelihood of me coming back and doing things with these people are quite high. And it will save me gameplay time, right, if I come back and I've already talked to them. I've already done all this. So I basically am trying to say that I feel like I've got this hesitance about talking to people in the game, because I'm like, okay, it's just a lot of dialogue. It's hard to watch sometimes. And I like to usually break that kind of stuff up. Obviously, I do a lot of really big RPGs on the channel, like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and The Witcher 3, and stuff like that. And I try to break up a lot of the talking, the blah blah with gameplay. But in this case, I feel like the most efficient thing for me to do here is to not do that, and is to indeed try something a little different. Curious. What's this? Can I like break through this stuff? Because there's like blood that comes into here.
This is a slaughterhouse.
Oh no, what happened here? There's a chest.
It's locked, all right.
Thanks. Bloody necklace from Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Wait. Didn't it?
From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard.
A simple token. Okay. Whoa. So, okay. I think I kind of pieced that together in my head just a moment there, but now I've lost it. Wait, what just happened? Did the kid had some kind of like, necklace or something like that, right? And he was like, oh, my mother, she, you know,
Every night,
she's gonna be so mad at me. And I was like, what are you talking about? Where'd this kid go? You. Hey, you.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reid.
Some questions? No. No, okay. It wasn't him.
So
Who
long,
was it?
Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Wait, no. It was this dude, right? He lost his necklace to his mother. That's right. Okay. I got it now. I was confusing the two because they both were talking about their mother.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Hey, I found the gift.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
You deserve no pity. I want to try to understand. I do.
As a man of science, I'd like to try to understand why you killed those people.
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened. That's all.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reid. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Then you're not gonna... nothing?
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times. That's all.
Is this dude just like a straight up murderer?
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
He is.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Curious.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
Oh, man.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum. I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Okay. So Stella seems to be able to contain her son Seymour's aggressive nature. Okay. So if I kill her, he's gonna go off the chain.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Okay.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
Whew. Death is not an appropriate answer. I understand her dilemma. Death is an appropriate punishment. No, well, I mean, I'm debating, but there's a whole other conversation to be had there.
I don't believe death is the appropriate sentence for murder. Not in a civilized society. But the last word has to remain with the law.
There is no law around here. No justice to be found.
I am Batman.
In these parts, revenge is the only answer.
Ooh, I failed that hint. Hint lost. Ooh, don't like
Goodbye,
that.
Mr. Fishburne.
Maybe, oh crap. Well, I lost the hint. Whew, that guy's a stone cold murderer.